Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to the 9th episode of my 1 vs 2 times 3 Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing against 3 separate teams of 2 Emperor AI per team, and I'm playing as the Draconian Necromancer, Crogar the Corrupt. In our last episode, we actually took the throne city of Rowlar, our Archdruid opponent. You can see it right here. So we managed to take the city from him, and we're in the process here of actually plundering the city, and then we're going to use our Animate Ruins spell to basically rebuild the city quite rapidly after we plunder some much needed resources from it. So we actually, though, we haven't taken out Rowlar himself, obviously, because we've taken his throne. So if we had eliminated Rowlar, the actual leader character, then we would have eliminated him from the game. So Rowlar is still somewhere around here, and doesn't look like he was at this city, but I did see some of Rowlar's units head underground here, and so my guess is that Rowlar has some cities underground, but I guess we'll have to keep exploring and find out. So before I get into this episode, once again I want to give a big shout out to Casper Eklund. He left some really good comments once again. The one that I really want to mention, there's actually I guess 2, but the one that I really want to mention is Casper has suggested casting Embrace Darkness on any city I want to produce from, not just, again, I was kind of single-mindedly focused on my dwelling here, because I'm so excited, so very excited to have this thing producing. Here we go. So I need to now start building a few of these other structures, but once I have the Chamber of Rites done, I can then build a mausoleum, which will allow me to build Wraith Kings, which I'm very excited about. So anyway, I'm so kind of focused on this one that I haven't really been thinking as much about my other cities that are potentially producing units. And this is a good example here. So on Boku, which I took once upon a time from Wazul, that was a few episodes back now, but I took this city from Wazul, and when he surrendered, and I actually have Wazul himself. And lately I've been starting to build him up maybe a little bit of an army. But if I'm going to do that, I might as well throw on Embrace Darkness and have more lifesteal on these units. So thank you, Casper, for that. I totally agree with you there. And that's something I'm going to do, not just in that city, but I think in probably some of my other cities as well. Then the other thing that Casper has mentioned is that I'm getting pretty close here to my mana cap. In fact, I'm probably basically at it. So yeah, my mana cap is 800, and I'm at 750, so I'm pretty much hitting my mana cap every turn here. So that means a couple of things. One, I could probably build some more structures to expand my mana cap, but also this might be a good opportunity to start doing things like Forge Item, which I can use a lot of this mana to put it to good use rather than just having it sit there. So thanks again, Casper. I really appreciate those comments. But anyway, let's get into the episode now. So we've got a lot to do here, and I finished my turn, or I finished the episode last time, and I hadn't quite finished the turn up. So I think what we'll do is we'll do exactly that. We'll cast Embrace Darkness and do that next turn. This is going to take 2 turns, so then once Embrace Darkness is done, we can then start casting Animate Ruins to turn this city back into a ghoul city for us. So now we've got a few decisions to make in terms of kind of what are we doing with the rest of our setup here. I hadn't moved Cirrus yet, so I obviously want to mobilize Cirrus here and get him into the fight. So I've cleared out pretty much all these structures. I think the only one I maybe didn't clear out is this inn up here. Everything else I've pretty much cleared out. Obviously, down south here I haven't cleared out as much, but I think what I'm going to do with Cirrus is I'm actually going to send him underground. Now, I can't remember if I scouted. Yes, I did. Okay. So I did scout down here. So I think what I'll do is we're going to pop back up. I'm going to grab Cirrus and send him down there. There we go. Now, it would be really great to take out this beast den here so that they stop spawning. The only problem is if I go all the way up there, I'm kind of... Obviously, I've scouted a bit already here, and I haven't found Dwemis, so I think what I'll do... Well, we could at least raid this. Yeah, we'll go up there. We'll raid this. We'll take this out. We could check up here as well, but my guess is down here is going to be... Oh, and look, there's a There's actually a den down there as well, so maybe I'll even see if I can grab this and then redirect to the haste berries and go down that way and not worry too much about this. But again, it would be great to get rid of this if possible, but I'll think about that and kind of decide what I'm going to do there. But, alright, so we've got some other things to do. So we've got production to deal with. So I don't think I want to start producing a unit if I'm going to cast Embrace Darkness, so I'll wait one turn to start producing any units, which will give me here an opportunity to maybe build another structure that'll be hopefully useful for us. So let's see, we could do a Great Temple, and that would increase our mana cap, which would be kind of useful for us. Let's see, so if we start producing that, well, that's going to cost us quite a bit of gold, so maybe we won't do that. You know what, let's do a guardhouse, because what that's going to do is we're probably going to be producing some butchers. And the reason I'm going to be producing butchers, which are our polearm unit, they already have, because of inherent lifesteal and vampiric hunger, they have greater lifesteal. Once I cast Embrace Darkness, they're going to have even better lifesteal. So I think that's what we'll do, is we'll actually focus maybe on producing some of those guys. And so when we're doing that, if we make a guardhouse, that will give those produced butcher units an extra metal, so they'll start off at having been leveled up once already, which is pretty good. So we'll do that in the meantime, and then next turn we'll cast this and start pumping out more units. I think that's going to be quite effective. So something else Casper mentioned is that there are a few cities hanging around that I haven't actually captured yet, and this is one here. So this is the one I've been using Undead Plague on this whole time, and that's actually, I think, a good opportunity here for me to snag this city. So I'm going to do that potentially with Crogar, but what I'm going to probably do with Crogar, actually, now that I think about it, and I think I mentioned this last episode, is I'm going to send him over here, probably, take out this city, and then head underground to see if I can finish off Rowlar. I really, really want to prioritize just getting Rowlar out of the game as quickly as I can, and then moving on to finish off Dwemis. And that would mean that I've killed off, if I can kill Dwemis, that would be one tandem team done, and then Rowlar's partner is Firak, who's left, and I don't know where Firak is. I'm guessing probably over here somewhere. So this might have been a... Firak's probably off to the right or something like that, out east. But anyway, we'll have to do some scouting to find him. So, alright, now I have to decide here, what do I do with this Wraith King? So, once again, I absolutely love these units. They can literally support an army or act as a melee tank. They can kind of do it all. They're excellent for sieges because they go right over walls. They're just absolutely phenomenal. I could gush about them all day, which I already have, so I'll stop with that. But I think what we'll do is we'll send the Wraith King up this way, and we're actually going to have him join in with the stacks here that we've got. So eventually I do want to split these armies. I was doing some scouting here with a Lost Soul last time. Let's just kind of refresh my memory of what was going on up here. So we had, right, we had checked underground with this guy, so let's go take a peek. And we did find that there was the city that used to belong to Wazul here, so it would be great to go and get that into our empire here as soon as possible. So I think maybe what we'll do, it'd be great to get some race governance here, so we could do that. So maybe we'll grab the race governance while we're here. Let's just take a quick peek. What's up here? Okay, oh, a tomb. I do love tombs because, again, they're a great source of undead units and also sometimes even great items. I guess we'll send him back that way. So let's do this battle real quick. So we're going to be fighting some goblin units here, nothing too insane. And we're actually going to take all of our... Yeah, we're gonna just take our whole stack in, I think. And that's because visiting units will get racial experience, racial governance experience. So we're gonna take all of our Draconians in. Again, I'd really like to get the tier 3 racial governance bonus, which is gonna give us extra casting points. That's what I'm gonna take. There's an upgrade to get more casting points for heroes and my leader, who are Draconians. So that will be very, very useful for us. All right, let's go throw this on our raptor here. and then we'll send our raptor in as a bit of a sacrifice. There we go. So now Nabal himself here can move in and blast the heck out of those swarm darters. We can send our nightmare in to get the kill. There we go. And these marauders are gonna need to die as well. I wonder if we can, let's see if we move in here, can we get the kill? We'll be close. Okay, we got it. We got a good roll. Perfect. So I used the musket there to take them out. Alright, so they're attacking the nightmare, which is staying alive, partially thanks to that lifesteal, which is excellent. Yeah, we can get the kill on these marauders here. Perfect. And then, so now all we've got left is the big beetle to deal with. So, with that in mind, I'm going to come drop a heal on the nightmare. And then I'm going to flank around with Nabal here, turn the big beetle around. There we go. And everybody else has acted already. So let's just get the kill with our raptor. There we go. Nice. Draconians gain 72 race governance experience, which is excellent. So that's going to get us much closer to having... And I'm actually not going to raid that tomb because... actually, Bahir does have Greater Reanimate Undead. Again, this isn't exactly the strongest stack. Like, we don't have a ton of really, really strong units here. So we could be at a... We could be in some trouble if we try that. I mean, I think we can probably handle it, to be perfectly honest, but I don't want to overstep my bounds. Oh, you know what I should have done is used my Lost Soul here to take a peek in there, although I don't know if he had the movement to get there. Boy, you know, it would be really nice to have another really strong undead unit on our side. Yeah, what the heck, let's try it. It's going to cost us a bit more time to get underground, but... So let's actually take a peek in here. Oh yeah, I think we can probably handle this. And we can try and get the Deathbringer to join us. I think that will be using Greater Reanimate Undead. I think that will be a good idea there. Just another really strong unit there that's going to be helpful. So here we go. I forgot about this boar. We can grab that gold. And why don't we go check out what's in the Shadow Realm here. Oh, and he's out of movement points, so he can't go through. Okay. But yeah, that would be good just to take a quick peek and see if there's anything there on in the Shadow Realm that's going to be helpful for us. So now with Crogar, we do want to head back over that way. It's going to take us a few turns, unfortunately. We can leave the Lost Soul maybe as a guard. So with these guys here, the question is, I guess I can start maybe moving in with these two. There we go. So something else Casper had mentioned is that I could try ghoul cursing this Tigran settler, as well as obviously some of these shamans maybe. And if I can ghoul curse the settler, I could then use that settler to come up here and build a city, rather than having to produce one in one of my cities and have it cost me population. So that's actually a pretty good idea, and I may actually try that. Although, quite frankly, I do eventually want to have some more Draconian cities. And something else that I suppose I could build in the meantime, and again, Casper had suggested this, is that I could produce a builder, have it make a little fort, and then build the city on top of that, and that would get me some resources basically early before... it would get me those resources before I've even put the city down. So that's actually a good idea. Plus I can use it to make roads and stuff. So I think what we'll do is we'll produce a builder, and then after that we'll start producing some items here, using up our mana that we've got so much of. So we'll start a builder, and then we'll do our item production after that. All right, so let's do production in some of our other cities here. So this is our new city. We'll do a Harvester's Guild just to help it grow. It is getting the benefit of, you can see here, it's getting the benefit of Undead Plague, which is really helpful there. So this little guy here, we've now got this city up and running. I think we'll just do merchandise for now. This is our little goblin city. Okay, now this is the important one here. So I need to start producing a Chamber of the Right. So this dwelling regenerates health of garrisoned undead units. In addition, when combat takes place on the center of this dwelling, it animates the corpses of Draconian, Dwarf, Goblin, High Elf, Human, and Orc units that have died as Archon infantry. So that's really nice. We're going to do this one here. And I don't have enough to rush it. But, yeah, so what I want here is once this is complete, I'm then going to build a mausoleum and be able to start producing Wraith King units, which is exactly what I want. And these guys, we're gonna send them underground eventually. And we'll tell this unit just to chill out. Alright, so we are going to end our turn there. And again, I'm curious to see, Rowlar may, depending on what he's got for cities and whatnot, he may actually be kind of inclined to surrender here. I mean, Wazul did. That being said, now the game is a lot further along, so I'm guessing Rowlar has probably more infrastructure than Wazul did. Because if you remember a few episodes back there, we took out Wazul's army, as well as Wazul himself, and then he just surrendered, even though he had a couple of cities underground. I think because we had pretty much wiped out all of his major forces, he basically just said, well, this is pointless, and decided to surrender. So it is possible that Rowlar may do something similar, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm fully expecting him to basically keep fighting, because I'm anticipating that he's got some more cities underground, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. I still haven't actually encountered Dwemis as far as I know. So, again, he's probably going to be somewhere to the south here, which is why maybe I will actually redirect here, grab these haste berries, and then start heading this way. I'm really, really keen on trying to eliminate Dwemis as soon as I can, because the more time I give Dwemis to basically build up, obviously a Theocrat with that spirit damage, that could potentially be not very fun to deal with. That being said, I think Theocrat and Necromancer kind of have... They're sort of almost like opposites in a way. Oh, here we go. So we're getting attacked. I was wondering if they were going to try this. I think we'll probably be able to win this battle, but we'll have to see. I guess it'll all depend if they get an entangle off or not. So what we'll do is we'll actually retreat back. First, I'm going to drop a heal. That's going to be pretty important. Oh, they're turning into the werebear. Okay, that's actually going to make this substantially more difficult. So we're just going to retreat back, let them come to us, basically. There we go. Okay, now they're in range, and they've used up they're not in defense mode anymore, so let's wail on them pretty good here. And then I was tempted to use Shadow Step, but if I do that, then the bear can actually come in and hit me too. So we'll just come in and do this. Now the real question is, are they going to entangle me? If they entangle me, the battle's over. If they don't, we'll be okay. And we got entangled, so realistically, we're probably going to lose this battle now. I don't really see a way for us to easily make it out of this at this point, so... really unfortunate. I suppose we could use Disintegrate. The only problem is if I do this, then I won't be able to reanimate that, or I won't be able to cast Embrace Darkness. Let's see what the odds are of this working. So we got a 50% chance to kill or inflict 16 to 24 damage if it's resisted. This one, obviously, it's going to guaranteed kill. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, and they resisted. Dang it. I rolled the dice on that one, and it didn't end up working out. Yeah, and I maybe should have killed those units. Now that I think about it, I forgot that they were going to turn into a dire bear as well. So, my mistake there on that one. So we'll bring that cadaver back. Although this isn't really going to matter, frankly. Yeah. Ouch. Boy. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have left those units that close. That was definitely a mistake. Well, they'll have to pay for their actions here once I... Oh, and what's this? Is he heading underground, or is... Oh, they're gonna come try and take this city back, I think. Oh my, so he's bringing his army from underground. Okay, well, never mind. I thought Rowlar was maybe gonna roll over and die here, but it looks like he's actually... He wants to fight. I suppose I can't blame him. I wouldn't go quietly either. So yeah, I got a little overconfident there bringing that unit in, leaving it there. So that's a real shame because obviously that Deathbringer would have been able to build up his own little army just due to Ghoul Curse there. So definitely a mistake on my part. We have a domain invasion here. Let's see where that is once our turn is back. Oh, and we have some shadow demons coming to harass our city. That's going to be unfortunate. I don't think we're going to be able to deal with them very easily. Okay, so we have some Tigran race governance here that we can do. Settlers are 25% cheaper to build in Tigran cities, or Sun Guards and Chariots gain extra health. I don't really anticipate myself building any settlers in Tigran cities. I'm more likely to probably be using Sun Guards and Chariots, so I think I'll do that. Although, frankly, I don't think either of those is super great. If I was playing Tigrans from the get-go, then having the cheaper settlers would be really nice, but... Okay, so let's just get an idea. We'll wait to pick our research, but let's kind of think about what we might want to do next. So, Phylactery would be really, really good to have, just in case Crogar gets into the real nasty fighting. Although his stack is so strong, I'm really not that concerned, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, he has Undying now. I have to go back and look, but we could just start grabbing some of these cheaper ones as well that only take like a single turn to do. So things like Black Lightning or Dark Ritual, and that will open up our research options to more, hopefully higher tier things that are going to be more useful. So obviously now with Crogar, we're going to have to come back this way. So we'll grab those haste berries, and we'll start moving in this way. So now it's time for some little bit of vengeance, I think. Let's grab this cartographer tent. Oh, okay, so that's probably a city of Firak, and it's got a... Oh, and it's a throne. You can see the little crown there. So this is Firak's throne, and it's Draconian. Okay, so now we know where Firak is. Perfect. So we can go hunt Firak down while we're here, hopefully, too. Okay. So this city is most likely going to be attacked next turn here by this stack. They're going to be able to get there. So in this stack, and here's Rowlar. So, boy, we could go right for Rowlar here and try and get this done. Now, can we make it to him? Oh, not quite, eh? Boy, that would be great if we could get to him before he's able to relocate his throne. Because I think that takes let's see, I think relocating your throne takes 2 turns. Let's just double check. So if I grab one of my own cities here, and I wanted to relocate my throne... Oh, it takes 4. Oh, okay, but it is based on distance. So if you have a city that's very close... Oh no, it still takes 4 turns. So it'll take him a few turns. So if I can fight him next turn here, I could potentially kill him off. Another option, and this is something, so unfortunately we're going to have to cancel Embrace Darkness here. What I'm going to have to switch this to now is Animate Ruins, and I'm going to cast that here because this will be ready in 1 turn. So I want to get this going as soon as I can. So unfortunately that means this city is going to have to wait on production, although because we're kind of running low on gold, that's actually not so bad. So I'll wait 1 more turn to start building anything in this city. So we'll just do merchandise there for now. Let's go back up. So, oh, Wazul's leveled up just from hanging around by himself, so that's kind of nice. We'll do ranged command. I maybe should have done melee command because he's going to have those pikeman units, but that's okay. When he levels up again, that's probably what I'll do. And so this city is, yeah, nicely working on its Chamber of Rights. And our throne now has this builder who I don't want to forget. I want to start moving him. And this is going to help us. You know, we could also throw a little structure here to grab some more casting points. That might be nice. And also even down here, although eventually this city might grow to encompass this. So let's get our builder moving down this way. Because we want to send our builder probably in here to start collecting or set up a place that eventually we could put a city. I think that's going to be the plan. So we'll move our builder down that way. Now we've got Cirrus underground, so let's go deal with Cirrus here. Now if we move here, that's going to cost us 6, 6, and 6. I don't think that's going to give us enough to get here, so we're going to just ignore this. We're going to grab our haste berries, grab Lucky, because why not? And then we'll head down this way. There we go. So we'll grab this, and then we'll hit this road and see if we can find any. So we'll take out this monster den, and we'll see if we can find any of our opponents down this way. Hopefully we find Dwemis, or either that or we'll find some of Rowlar's other cities, maybe. Assuming he's got some underground action going on. And Crogar has already moved, so now we got to do our stack up here. So this battle's going to be tricky. Like we don't have super strong units, but they are leveled up pretty highly, so I think we'll be okay. We've mostly just got tier 2s here. Actually, we've got exclusively tier 2s, so I think we'll be able to handle this, but you never know, so I don't want to get too... I mean, I've already gotten a little cocky, and that's actually cost me that Reanimator, that Reanimator and that Deathbringer already, so I don't want to keep making those mistakes if I can avoid it. Alright, so I think what we'll do is we'll... I need to get rid of the Deathbringer pretty quick. That's going to be a priority. So we'll send our Raptor in, fully anticipating that the Raptor's probably going to get taken out, or at least beat up pretty heavily. We'll light up the Reanimator, and I want to get rid of the Reanimators if I can, because they have the potential to revive, or to use their Raise Cadaver on the Raise Corpse, I should say, on the corpse of the Deathbringer and turn it into a cadaver, which would be pretty devastating, because I obviously want to bring that unit back on my team, and I can't do that if it's just a corpse, or if it's a cadaver, if it's been turned into a cadaver, I should say. Our Nightmare, we're going to keep probably back a bit. I'm also anticipating that there's going to probably be a Shadow Step here, so I don't want to actually get in too close. So we'll just do a little bit of damage and then kind of hang back. And again, this Raptor's probably going to get absolutely hammered here. Let's see what happens. Okay, they're going after here. Wow, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Alright, so let's light up our Deathbringer here with some fire damage. There we go. And we can charge in and whack this carrion bird. Now we don't want to lose Bahir, obviously, because he's going to be the one doing some of the work here. We want to kill off the Deathbringer, that much is for certain. So we also want to kill off this carrion bird. So okay, let's see. The Nightmare will do a minimum of 12 damage, so should get the kill here. We've got to get rid of the carrion bird, but I mean, if we take some damage here, that's fine. We've got martial arts. If we come this way, we would for sure get the kill, absolutely no question. So let's do that. There we go. And then we can come in this way and kill the carrion bird. And then now we can bring the Draconian Deathbringer back to help us maybe against this Banshee, although that Banshee's actually pretty good against them, so maybe we won't do that. So let's fight them with our fairies here. And let's just hope that Bahir doesn't get killed by the Banshee here next turn, although this guy's going to maybe come in and hit us in the back. Oh no. Oof, that was scary. But we survived, we're okay. Alright, so now we've got to just kind of clean things up here and make sure we don't get killed. So let's move in here and wail on this Banshee. There we go. We got the kill. Perfect. Okay, now we have options. So it would be great to get rid of the Reanimator here. Excellent. And then get rid of the Cadaver. Perfect. What do we have left? So we got one Reanimator and a Cadaver. So why don't we charge in at the Reanimator, do some damage there. But here is kind of a little worse for wear, so we'll basically send him back and then drop a heal, a self-heal. There we go. And with the ball here, we will charge in at the Cadavers and do some work. And we will move our Deathbringer in. There we go. Perfect. All in all, I think it was worth raiding that tomb for that extra unit. And we could get Entangling Touch here, but honestly, I just want the extra gold, so we're going to sell this. There we go. So that's fantastic for us. So we'll just move out of here. There we go. And now we got to head underground, I think is going to be the new plan. So there's our Deathbringer ready to go. So now we've got lots of income, so we can start producing things. So why don't we, you know, a Burial Grounds wouldn't be the worst thing ever. That would increase our mana capacity. Also, we could produce Pillar of the Stylites here, and then our Pikemen would get a big buff here. They would have projectile resistance and +2 spirit melee damage, and then we could start pumping out. We'd have to build a barracks, but we could pump out our Pikemen units once we've got the barracks and the war hall. I don't know, that's a lot of effort though, so I think we'll just focus on. We'll make an item for starters. So let's do a nourishing meal item. I think is going to be the first thing I want to do for some extra healing. So we'll do a nourishing meal. And what kind of item do we want here? We will do... Here we go. We'll call it the Healing Breakfast. And that's going to give Nourishing Meal. So the reason I want to do this one is because undead units can be healed with this ability. So what I'll do is I'll send this to one of my Necromancer heroes, and it will basically effectively give them 2 heals instead of 1. So that'll be really, really good. Alternatively, this is a great way, if you have Druids as your heroes, this is a great way to maintain a stack of undead without having heal undead, because Druids get this ability. So, yeah, we'll start forging that. That's going to be good to have, and we'll send that off to one of our heroes. And now we can do some more production here. So, could do a Great Temple and increase our mana cap. We could also just, yeah, let's do it. Let's do a Greater Temple there and just start increasing our mana cap a bit. And down here, this city's going to get attacked. There's probably not a whole lot I can do about it. That's okay. We'll just have to head back up and take it back eventually. You know, maybe this Wraith King would be better served on its way back here to help. Now that I think about it, yeah, let's come back that way with him. This stack doesn't really need it. It's already pretty powerful now that it's got this Deathbringer as well. So, and we do have the heals and the heals here, so we'll be alright. Not to mention we've got this little stack here. Let's go underground and start doing a bit of... Oh! Oh, wow, so Rowlar has this city. Okay. Interesting, and he's got actually some decent units there. So we don't want to make that mistake again, so we'll retreat back up top, at least. Get off the thing. I may still get attacked, but geez, it would suck to lose another squad of a Deathbringer and an apprentice, or a support unit. But we now know Rowlar's down there, so Rowlar has greater reach than I was expecting. Holy cow. Okay, so we've actually leveled up Bahir as well. Let's see what else we've got for abilities here. Nothing in particular that I'm super excited about. I think I'm going to wait till level 9 with him. Alright, so let's do our research now. So we've got 30 extra, nothing too crazy there. Let me think about this for a minute. So Death Ray or Black Lightning might be kind of nice to have. I think we'll actually do Black Lightning here, just to have another damage dealing spell. It can inflict Spirit Breaking, which could make it a little easier, I think, for... Let's just take a peek. I think Spirit Breaking makes it easier to have Ghoul Curse be effective, because I think it reduces Spirit Resistance, but I'm not 100% sure. I guess we'll find out. I'm just trying to remember. But anyway, let's do some more production here. So obviously this city's probably about to be attacked, so we'll start producing a unit to defend it, although we may not end up needing it, or it's just going to get sieged before that happens. Zawa here. We'll do an Embalmer's Guild and just try and get this city growing. And this little guy, we're now kind of low on income here, so maybe we'll just do merchandise. And with this guy, let's go see if there's any treasure or anything we can grab up here. Do have a gate to the Shadow Realm here. Might be worth kind of checking out. Did we already move this guy? No, we didn't. Okay. So, here we go. We're now in the Shadow Realm with our little scout. We've got some production resources there. Of course, I'm not going to be able to do anything about it with my little scout, but I can do some investigating there at least. Alright, let's end our turn. So, the big question is going to be Rowlar here. I'm honestly quite surprised at just how far Rowlar's reach is underground there. So all the more reason why I really want to see if I can kill him. Yeah, and I'm imagining this city's going to get sieged. I might be able to use my little runaway strategy, but we'll have to see. And then obviously if he decides to pop up here, I'm not really very well defended in this area either, although this stack is going to be moving underground shortly. Boy, oh boy. I can't believe Rowlar's all the way over there, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised. They are Emperor AI after all. Okay, so he's going to move back and reinforce his city. Well, at least now I know he's not going to be running away, so I can try and hunt him down here. Oh, yep, there they are. Popped up, and they're going to be going, I'm assuming, for my city. Oh, and he finally disjuncted Undead Plague. Well, I'll be taking that city probably shortly, so I suppose it's no big loss for me. And I did get quite a lot of benefit out of it. I had that thing going for more than a dozen turns, so no complaints there for me. So yeah, this city now is going to be actually pretty well defended. Yeah, okay, here come those Shadow Demon Harvesters. So we'll do a manual combat, and we're going to try using our little kite strategy. I'm not as familiar with these units, so let's take a peek. So they can spawn larvae, but they have no ranged attack as far as I can see. They do have 28 movement, so I think we have an alright chance of being able to get away. I guess we'll have to see here. Let's just kind of see. I'm wondering if they're going to spawn their larvae or not. Yeah, I think we'll maybe be alright. We're going to just run right into this back corner here. So yeah, in the meantime, I need to start kind of shoring up my hold on the areas that I have here, I think, because obviously, I mean, if I can eliminate Rowlar, that's going to help quite a bit, but you know, I'm seeing how kind of sparsely defended my area is, and that's obviously not a good thing. And I need to really try and improve my economy, which, again, I find as a Necromancer is always a bit of a challenge. I definitely would say I'm doing better than I was in my Frostling Necromancer game. Oh, and look at that. I saw one of those animals. That was that little Blight Tusk Boar running around there. Okay, a lot of things happened here. So we finished Black Lightning. We plundered that city, and oh, that influx of gold was excellent. Absolutely excellent. And just like that, we now have the city back. Boom. Boy, that's nice. Alright, so now we've got the Tigran city here of Fahas ready for us to go. And we could actually sell off this henge and the storehouse, which don't work for our cities. That would give us some extra income. But it might actually be nice to just let's just start developing the city for our purposes here, because we do have quite a bit of gold at the moment. So we'll tell this unit to chill. We'll start with a Harvester's Guild and then an Embalmer's Guild, and we could start pumping a few units out of there if need be. Ooh, and look at this. Okay, here we go. So we can move in and we'll do this battle, and we really want to kill off Rowlar. I don't know if he's been able to migrate his throne. So if we can actually just kill Rowlar outright, it might end the battle right away. I guess it'll all depend on whether he's migrated his throne or not. So we'll move our unit in here. It's telling us that we're very likely to lose this battle. Now, important to note here, he has some units that can entangle. He has a spider that can web. He's got lots of heroes that can cast spells. He's got a druid, and a dreadnought. I think we'll be okay, and this city is got a stone wall. I think we'll be fine, but again, I am going to have to be somewhat careful in this battle. I don't want to do anything too stupid here, if I can avoid it. Okay, so he's turning them into werebears, so now they're just melee tank type units. Alright, so I think we're going to basically just charge our Titan in as the wall buster here. He'll take some hits, but I think he'll be fine. We'll bring our Bone Dragon in as backup. Our caster is going to have to do some healing, probably. Let's see if we can just curse Rowlar himself. No such luck. And our Flamer is actually in kind of rough shape at the moment, so again, I'm actually willing, if I end up having to sacrifice some of these units to win this battle, if I can take out, oh, you know what, we could just try, let's see what oh, you know what, okay, let's give it a shot and see if this works. And there we go, the battle is over. This is actually, again, that was something that was mentioned to me a long time ago by ZShoot84. The idea that if you take out the throne, take out the wizard, in a battle where you're fighting the wizard's stack while he has no throne, all you have to do is headhunt the wizard, and the whole stack dies. So there we go. I didn't even have to do the battle. I was basically able to just take out Rowlar, and bing, bang, boom, we're good. So that was really, really good. So thank you to ZShoot for that comment way back when. And then, you know what? Again, that Disintegrate is paying dividends, that's for sure. Boy, oh boy. All right, so we'll move our units in here and just grab this item. Okay, so we've got a rifle, which we're going to send off to... let's send it to Cirrus. Got some machine repair tools, which I don't need. We'll sell those. Got another longbow, who we'll send that to Bahir. We'll take this hat. Why not? A little bit extra morale plus some more defense. Ooh, here we go. A Quiver of Lightning. Ranged attacks do +2 shock damage, and they also are shock projectiles, meaning that they can inflict shocked. So that's really good. We'll equip that. Melee weapon, sure, why not? Arm cuff, +1 melee strength, elemental slayer. Yeah, sure, for now, until we find something else. Frostling boots, a little bit extra defense, sure, why not? Another bow. We can send that bow to Nabal. There we go. All right, so, boy, that was a nice turn of events for us there. So we'll grab this city while we're here. And so now this city is occupied. I think we'll just migrate it over to Ghoul Tigrans pretty quick. Unless, let's see. Wow. Actually, boy, I'm kind of tempted to plunder this city for that extra gold. You know what? Let's do it. That's going to be awesome. And then we can cast, again, we can do the exact same thing and reanimate the city. So that'll give us a ton of gold income. Then we don't have to worry so much about what economy problems, right? I was just talking about having economy problems. Well, that hasty plunder pretty much takes care of that. So that's quite nice for us. So I'm going to move this Wraith King in here to help reinforce this city. Alright, let's see what else we got going on. So yeah, Rowlar is done. And that's also going to affect this city as well. This is now going to be back to being an independent city, as you see there. So that's excellent for us. And this unit is now independent, which was moving in to probably try and take one of our cities. So very, very happy I was able to do that. Alright, so we'll head underground here. And with this stack here, I'm going to have to think about that for a minute. Alright, let's check out the Shadow Realm while we're over here. Hoping that there's maybe some... Well, there's some mana I can pick up, but I was hoping for maybe some gold. Looks like there's a city here, so we can go explore that a little bit. While we're here, let's move our boar around. Okay, so this is a little island that's pretty much a dead end, so we'll head back. Okay, there we go. Boy, that's a really, really good thing that we were able to kill off Rowlar like that. It saved us, because I mean, that could have been a real prolonged battle with him just because of the fact that, you know, he had all these extra cities. Basically, he was about a turn or two away from having his throne migrated, and then even if I'd have killed him, he would have just respawned in his throne. So that just saved me a huge amount of headache. There's a tomb down there, actually. That might be... You know what? And we know that this is his throne, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to start moving Crogar over here. We can grab this throne, this tomb, and then go in and try and take Firak, Rowlar's partner. So we can go for him as well while we're kind of in the steamrolling mood here. Okay, so let's see now. We do have some spell casting we can do. I think now we'll try and do that Embrace Darkness, because this is going to take 2 turns before we're able to reanimate it. So we'll do that Embrace Darkness. We'll get that going. This city's now able to produce. So let's do a Harvester's Guild here. Again, we've got all this gold income now, so we can really afford to kind of just go a little bit crazy. So that item's going to be done soon. I mean, hell, let's just start rushing things. Getting everything built. Do a Master's Guild here. This city's just going to have insane production capabilities after this. Oh, actually... Let's not do that, because that'll shrink the city, so we won't rush it. Yeah, so let's see, what else can we produce here? We'll do a Builder's Hall, get this city going. And back underground here, is there anything else I can produce that might kind of give me an edge here? What other units might I want to produce? Well... Just kind of thinking here. So I could also make a shooting ground so that if I make any archer units that they would also be leveled up. But I think I'm predominantly going to have this be mostly a melee army. So I think what we'll do is we will just do merchandise in this city for now. One more turn. We'll have Embrace Darkness on here, and then we'll start pumping out some units to build that army up. Alright, let's do a little bit of battling and see if we can maybe find out if Dwemis is around here somewhere. Okay, we'll clear out this spawning structure. Take out some of these beasts. Might be nice to convert maybe that Nightmare and have it be a scout. Or one of these wargs or something like that. Because I would like to start scouting more of the underground here. And my units have lucky from that shrine we went through earlier. Kill off the warg. Let's see if we can despair this. There we go. And is Cirrus... Okay, so Cirrus has Undying. So we can afford to be a little bit... And he also has Insane... Oh, it's immune. Okay, so we tried it, but that despair wasn't enough. I maybe should have tried actually throwing Curse onto him. And you know what? Let's throw a Curse on the Warg, and we can try and Ghoul Curse the Warg as well. Again, I just want a unit basically to act as a scout. So a Warg would be perfect to tier 1 and be very cheap. wail on this dire panther here. There we go. And now we can... There we go. There we go. We got the Ghoul Curse on the Warg, no problem. And does anybody need some health? Cirrus does. There we go. Take out the Nightmare. So there we go. We did get a scout out of that, which is great. We can do some more exploring in the underground with our scout. We got a Feathered Cap and Throw Harpoon, which isn't a bad thing to have. Yeah, what the heck, we'll take that. And we will send this to Cirrus here. Now, Cirrus doesn't have any headgear, which is why I'm taking that. So we'll regroup our little stack here and we'll move in. Well, we've got lots of good structures to clear out, so we'll clear out this gold mine. It might be worth grabbing these Brew Brothers just to have another support unit that can maintain a stack. Alright, so let's just kind of get aggressive here. Our units are so powerful we don't really have to worry all that much. Light up these farmers a bit. There we go. Oh boy, that's just fantastic. So we'll drop a heal on our reanimators. We will move in and get the kill there. Move in and turn those Brew Brothers around. Go in for the Ghoul Curse. And it's immune. I wasn't trying all that hard to get it, to be honest there. A little extra gold, always a good thing. And that's going to do it for our movement here with this stack. So now we've got this Warg, which we could potentially use to maybe go scout up here. Or we could send the Warg down to go... I'm going to obviously have to pick one of these two directions with this stack. And I'm probably going to go this way so I can raid this Forbidden Sanctum. But that means I could send the Warg up this way to do some scouting that direction. So that would be quite nice for us. Okay. We've already moved Crogar. And let's do our research now that we've got some of that. Oh, actually, Stiffen Limbs. That would be great to have. And we can do it in one go. Yeah, we'll grab Stiffen Limbs. It's a good, cheap spell that's pretty effective. Phylactery would only take us 3 turns. Let's do Phylactery. And that way we make sure Crogar is nice and safe. Never have to worry about him going down. Let's just see what else. So, yeah, I'm gonna try and send this builder somewhere down there, I think. So we'll just keep kind of heading this way. Yeah, that'll do. So with this unit, let's go underground. So this city is hostile, and I'm assuming it's probably too well defended for us to be able to just go in and raid it. However, this is where maybe I actually start mobilizing this stack here before. And, you know, Wazul might be good to give him the healing items. You know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll send these ones in. There we go. And then we'll squat up. And that way we're a little safer. There we go. Okay. This unit we want to send there. So that's going to do it for that turn. So now we'll cast Embrace Darkness on that city that Wazul was in before there. Okay, so in terms of strategy now going forward, we've taken out Rowlar, so I would like to, again, I really want to find Dwemis. I have no idea where the heck he is. So I'm going to just keep looking for him. And then I'm also going to use this stack now with Crogar here. I'm going to go hunt down Firak and try and take his throne. And hopefully Firak himself is somewhere in the vicinity, and I'll be able to maybe do a bit of a 1-2 punch just like with Rowlar, where I can grab the throne, grab the wizard, and then it's all over. But we'll have to see. Now Firak's a dreadnought, which is going to be kind of rife with its own challenges there. So we'll have to keep our head on a swivel when we go into those battles. And again, I still haven't encountered these other two opponents, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with them. They may end up being kind of the bigger challenge because they've had more time to basically grow uninterrupted without me dealing, you know, fighting them or killing off one of their partners or whatever. So they may end up being kind of the big challenge. All right, so we're going to have to kite again. No problem here. It just gives me a chance to kind of... We're going to do the exact same thing. We're just going to run to this back corner, which will keep us alive. Keep this city in our control. Speaking of cities being in control, now that I have a little bit more comfortable kind of gold income, and I'm about to have a huge boost from that pillaging that one city. Oh yeah, I was going to see if I could throw Nourishing Meal on myself to get a little bit of experience, but can't. But now that I have that big income of gold coming in, I might be able to build just a couple units to go and grab a few of these extra cities that I don't have control of. Okay, lots has happened here. So we've completed Empire Quest Heptatopia, so we're the first to acquire 7 towns. So we now have a 5% increased city income as a Necromancer, so that's great. You can see a little bit more income coming in, so that's good. We've had a bunch of items show up. So here we go. Cirrus now has this Whale of Despair Horn of the Banshee, which is awesome. And these items have arrived, so we'll equip that, and we'll keep that throwing harpoon there. And we'll have that rifle as well shortly, so that's good. And this is just those 2 items, yep. Festival of Darkness, always good. So this festival grants +5 health and Good Slayer to units. This is for units dedicated to evil, or sorry, for units dedicated to evil, the health bonus is doubled, so they have +10. Units dedicated to good don't benefit from the Festival of Darkness, so that lasts for 3 turns. That's quite nice. We've had the item Healing Breakfast finished here up top, which is great. Now we have to decide who the heck we want to send this to. I think we'll send it maybe to... You know, it might be worth having it with Nabal and Bahir. So I think we'll send it to Nabal, and we can decide if we want to give that to Bahir or Bahal, or Nabal or Bahir, I should say. All right, let's go cast our spell. So we want to cast this here, and now we can start producing some units. So now if we look at these butchers, they have life drain, not just life steal, they have life drain, which is pretty awesome. So we will start producing them. That's going to be very, very nice for us. All right, now let's go kind of poke around in there maybe a little bit. How close are these units to making it? Okay, so they can make it underground this turn, so we'll do that. So now we've got... Oh, you know what? I could have actually maybe moved in and taken the city. I kind of assumed it was going to be more well-guarded than it is. Okay, so we don't quite have enough movement to get in there. With this stack... Yeah, we'll just head in. Oh, you know what? We can actually go there, but I'm going to wait and send Bahir over there to see if I can maybe recruit some more units. Oh, actually, I do have the Deathbringer, though, so let's at least go see what's there. Let's see how strong it is. Ooh, yeah, that's a bit too tough for this stack. So we'll just tell them to chill for now. Our Wraith King we're going to send in there to help with that battle. And now we're going to start casting Animate Ruins in anticipation for this city being plundered and then ready for us next turn. And so now we're going to have to embark. There we go. And can we get over there to... Yes, we can embark with the stack. So we'll raid this tomb, and then we'll move in and attack Firak. That's going to be the plan there. Let's go back underground and take a peek at Cirrus here. Alright, so we've got some choices. As I said, I'm going to head down to this Forbidden Sanctum because you can get some pretty incredible rewards from them. Plus there's some casting points there too, which is good. So first things first, though, let's clear out this. So I'm going to try and Ghoul Curse that Watcher and maybe one of these Sorcerers to have a potentially a little self-sufficient stack there in the making. So first of all, let's see if we can... Actually, let's just kill off the Wisp so it's out of our... We don't have to think about it. Go in and wail on the Dwarf Apprentice there. Throw our Titan in defense mode. Try for a curse on the Watcher, and we got it. Okay, that's going to make our life a tiny bit easier when we try to Ghoul Curse him. And now with Cirrus, got a 24% chance. Hang on now. Can we Wail of Despair on him, maybe? Let's move in and see here. Okay, so the Watcher isn't as easily affected by it, but let's try it here. Oh, and it worked. Okay, so now that's going to improve our odds there even more. Excellent. Oh, Dispelled. That's a shame. So that dispelled the curse and the Wail of Despair. However, we could still try for Despair here. Let's see. We got a curse at least. So now we got a 36% chance, which is a little bit better. It's a shame, though, that they dispelled all that. Let's kill off those guys. There we go. Alright, let's give it a try. Ah, resisted. That's a shame. There we go. And then... yeah, we'll just kill off them, I think. Oh, well, not quite. Can still try for a Ghoul Curse here, I guess. Ouch, they took some big damage. Okay, we'll get the kill there. Now, it would be great to drop a heal on our units here, so we'll do that. There we go. And then we will bring our hero in and get the Ghoul Curse at least on one of the Apprentice units. There we go. And some extra knowledge, always a good thing. So now we'll head down this way. And with our Warg, we'll run up this road here, and we can go scout that way. Alright, so here we go. Let's check out this Forbidden Sanctum, but before we do that, let's level up our hero real quick. So now, again, I really want to try and get Scourge of Undead, I think, or Undying Army. So, oh man, so many good choices here. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just do Necromancy, get extra casting points. There we go. Alright, let's raid this thing. Ooh, kind of some mixed units here. So we've got a King Shock Serpent, some Vampire Spider Queens, a Banshee, Obsidian Wyvern, and a Wraith. So we can try and use Control Undead on the Wraith, potentially. And then we can see if maybe we can Ghoul Curse some of those other units as well. So we have to watch out for the webs from those spiders, obviously, because that's never fun if those hit you. So we'll go light up these spiders here. There we go. So again, the unit I'm probably the most excited for would be this King Shock Serpent, if I can get them... if I can get the King Shock Serpent in range for a... We're actually going to take one step back. I don't want that Shock Serpent able to hit me. Perfect. There we go. We did get a curse. That's excellent. So it's going to improve our odds just a little bit. Do a little bit of extra damage. But that, if I can get this King Shock Serpent Ghoul Curse, that would be fantastic. Just another tier 4 awesome unit. And then with that support unit, oh my god, okay, we got some pretty bad RNG there. So we got, I don't think it's going to matter, but that's pretty annoying. Alright, so let's try Control Undead here on these Wraith. And okay, it worked, so that's going to help us out a bit. Okay, we can light up this Obsidian Wyvern. There we go. And I think what we'll do is we'll put our charger there as kind of just a stopgap. And how much health does the Wyvern have? You know, it might be nice to just light up this Wyvern, get the kill. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so our Titans are both going to take a pounding here. Yeah, ouch. Fortunately, they're pretty tough, so they're not going to go down. Okay. 60% chance if we hit, so that's pretty good. I'm almost tempted to just come in here and see if I can get a despair. When we did, okay, that's going to increase our odds even more, I think. Yeah, now we have a 72% chance, so... Okay. Come on, baby. We got it. Heck yeah. So we got a Ghoul Curse on there. So now we have another Tier 4 unit on our team. Absolutely fantastic. Alright, now let's deal with these pesky other units. Okay, so we're going to have to revive our little guy there. No worries, we can do that. There's our charger back. There we go. There we are. Boy, this is so... Oh, this is so exciting. I'm so glad I got that Shock Serpent. Alright, so now our boys are out of the web. And they can retaliate with righteous fury there, as you saw. Okay. Oh, and we got Summon Frost Elemental. A bunch of mana and some additional casting points. I will take that. It's a nice Tier 3 unit that could be summoned if necessary. And you know what? We can grab this too and get even more casting points, which will be kind of nice for us. Unfortunately, well, you know what? What we could do is if we get enough, we could... Well, we'll see. Let's see here. We'll grab these and then we'll decide what we're doing after. So we'll take out these wisps. This is actually a good opportunity for us to maybe get a little bit of healing going. Yeah, let's move in here. We'll drop a heal on our Titan. Drop another heal on our Titan. Send him in. There we go. And we'll light up this wisp. There we go. There we go. Okay, perfect. Ouch. And let's see, who else needs a heal? Well, Cirrus could actually use a little bit of a heal, so we'll drop one on Cirrus there. Perfect. And then we will just get the kill with Cirrus. Perfect. Little opportunity there to get a little more experience. And now we've got some extra casting points. So we've got 108. So we could actually abort this spell and cast something that costs a little bit less. We could do a Corrupt the Source, maybe. Let's see if there's anything that needs to be corrupted. And then we can still have Animate Ruin ready to go for our next turn. I don't know if there was anything that needed it. I'm just kind of looking around here. I'm not seeing anything in particular that's requiring it. We've already got our Well of Souls there. Trading Post. Yeah, I don't think so. No. Okay, well that's fine. We'll just wait. We won't cast anything because unfortunately everything else we've got 108. So that means we've got 48 extra casting points beyond our 60 cap, and Animate Ruins is going to cost us 60. So we don't want to spend any more than 48, and unfortunately the only spell we could cast that's below that number would be Corrupt the Source. So, because I want to be able to cast this next turn for sure, so we just won't cast anything this turn. And we'll cast that next turn. There we go. And our builder, we can move, but I think we'll actually wrap up here. I didn't realize how long this episode's been going, so I think we will call it an episode there. Very, very productive episode. Lots happened. We took out Rowlar, which is absolutely fantastic. we've now got the beginnings of, and this Wraith can keep this unit healed, actually, as we see here with Heal Undead. So we can put this Apprentice with this Tier 4 and this Wraith, and we'll have its own little mini stack there ready to go and do some damage. So, boy, oh boy, we are just rolling here. Let's go back up to the surface. Yeah, this is really starting to look quite good. And we've still got to go take out this city and get it in our control. And we've also got this dwelling down here that we could go take advantage of as well. And then we've got the throne here of Firak, which is going to be in our sights for next episode. So we will save this one. Oh, and I didn't notice, but this is happening as well. So we will call this one episode 9. Let's see. So this is... Oh, that's just production income increases by 40%. Dwarf Comet. But anyway, lots to do in our next episode, so we've got to keep the good times rolling here. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.